Well, good afternoon my YouTube friends, it's Margaret here, and I just thought I'd bring you into the garden just to give you an autumn tour. And you'll see this lovely big dahlia here, and these are they're not named. This is from the Dahlia Society collection, and this one's been lovely. And these are the wallflowers that went in as seedlings, so autumn's really here now, although today's a lovely day. But by the weekend we're going down to daytime temperatures of 15°C. If I take you in there, you can see some of the nice geraniums we've still got in flower. Still a lot of greenery, and these Californian poppies here, they love the sunshine and they're still giving a nice display. And in this border we've also got another beautiful dahlia, and it looks as though some of the sunflowers have been battered with the recent rains and winds we've had, and they've just fallen down there, but we've got two trying to hang on in here. And that's the autumn sedum. I do like sedum or sedum, whichever way you pronounce it. I always think it's a nice autumn, late autumn colour to the garden. And there we've got some more of those Californian poppies. And if we take you this way to the pond area, now this week, let's see if it'll focus. This week the pond area was 2 or 3 inches deep in water, so it won't be long before we're moving these inner barrels out, because the water level will come up and these will be no good. The plastic ones might be alright, but certainly the wooden ones won't. And the asters are going over now. This one's just flowering, but you can see the foliage going over. And that's just the tub we've just got with water in. And it always amazes me. Weeds always find their way. I think that's the bane of the gardener, is weeds. I'll throw them out afterwards. And then this has been lovely. It's had a second flush now. This is Gertrude Jekyll. Oh, look at that now. That's unusual for it to flower this time. This is one of the mahonias tucked under there, under that grass. This is one that I chose from Johnston's nursery in Ireland. When I won one of the draws from gardening at Derwentshire, and I put it here, and it was only a very small one when it arrived, but it's been here a few years now, and it's absolutely lovely. There we've got another one over there in that corner. Can you see that one there? And that's a different variety. And we've got some wallflowers there. So it's just generally now things are going over. Let me take that back. There we go. And this is the verbena, of course. And excuse the traffic, it's school time for the children. There we go, it's focused again now. Doesn't like it too close. So we've still got butterflies, and this is unusual as well, because this here, this is a clematis, and this is a winter flowering one. So it just shows you out of sync. Sorry about that, let me just see whether it'll come back into focus. There we are. And this is a winter one. It's an evergreen, and this is supposed to flower in January and February, because this has a beautiful smell. But there again now, he doesn't know which season it's in, and it's flowering in September. Now that looks to be a rogue piece of grass. We'll have to get rid of that. And you see here, some of the garden has suffered with all this heat. This is one of the astilbes, and I'm hoping that, because it's coming back from the centre, that will be alright. But generally things are now going over. This is the verbena, and you can see from a few weeks ago, this is the Acer Margaret, which Keith's trying to train into little pom-poms, and you'll see how that goes up now. And that's got some of the autumn colours. And this is the other Acer, and that's definitely into its autumn colours. And the dahlias, the next few weeks, these will all have to come inside. We'll clean the roots and we'll put them to rest for the winter. Keep them inside the garage. This is one of those lovely autumn flowers that comes, and I don't know what it is because we've had it that long, but it has lovely individual little flowers. Absolutely lovely. Those are some of the, now I've got two varieties there. You know, I said it earlier on and I've forgotten it again, Lavatera. I quite like the Lavatera. And some of these here I've got wallflowers, and Sweet Williams tucked along here, so they will flower next spring. And if we're back round here, it's absolutely lovely today. It's lovely and warm. Last night we were down to 11 last night. The night before we were down to 4 centigrade, and these are still the potted pots in the garden, still giving us a nice flush of colour. And these are some of the pansies, but it is definitely getting very autumnal, and this weekend it's only given temperatures here of around 16°C. So there we go. So autumn's definitely upon us, and it can be a very nice season, I mean, because some people do like the autumn season. As gardeners, it sends out the message that soon we'll be able to rest. Because like my old granddad many years ago said, that's why the Lord gave us winter, so that man could have a rest. That one's just fell off. And the wind's been battering these, so unfortunately. And there we've got some Lavatera here, and some dahlias. That's just potted up in one of those dahlia pots. And if we go around here, you can see now, you see some of them. This has got a mildew. And if I take you around here now, that's the other big Acer with the colours changing. I'm going to go on the gravel, so bear with me. There we are. Still very nice. The garden's lovely to sit out in when it's not cool, but unfortunately, if we get the winds coming down from the Arctic, the chill factor, goodness gracious. And there's one of the begonias. Beautiful big begonia, that one. And there's another trough that's going over. It's just hanging on for the next fortnight or so. Once we get into October, there will be big changes because our time zone will go back an hour, and I mean, we can. It has been known that we've had snow in October. Hopefully we might not get snow in October, but it's not unusual. I mean, after we've had this glorious summer, what we don't want is to go and have an awful winter. There we are, that's the autumn colours of that Acer. And these are the pansies still hanging on. This is the contorted hazel. You can see how it's changing. Even the umbrella plant, sorry, the wedding cake shrub. Everything knows that it's time now. I think this is the viburnum, and each one of these, come the spring, will develop into a gorgeous pom-pom of white, beautiful smelling flowers. There's the autumn colours. Those are the Michaelmas daisies. I quite like them are a nice autumn colour as well. And this is the other pot full of pansies. These are violas, different size of violas, different colours. These are the calendulas, or I think that's how they pronounce. People pronounce things differently. Calendula, calendulas. And take you around this way. This is one of the snapdragons, antirrhinums from last year, that managed to survive and pull through. That's another one of the Acers. These are cobwebs. Can you see them out, the outline of them? And if I back up and give you, that's it. That's a view. And that's the view that way. That's the way we've just come. And now we'll go into the side garden here. And again, we've got the sedum, and we've got the sweet williams, the wallflowers in. We've managed to put these two standard magnolias in. Let's take that back out so it focuses. There we go. And if I come off the gravel, it won't sound so bad. There we go. That's the little azalea that I got from the garden centre a couple of years ago. Now I've put that into the garden here, and rather than just leave it in a pot, and that's got a lot of new growth coming on that. And Keith's tidied up everywhere. And if we back round here, take you over to this area. These are the ones in the wall bracket. Still very nice. Keith said, I've had enough now, he said. All the watering, all the deadheading. You see, these are going over. It's not, this is the alyssum, I think. And there's a little bit of colour, but not an awful lot. These begonias have been absolutely lovely. We're going to keep those and keep them through the winter. Look at the colours. Absolutely lovely. But the rest will especially if we have a frost. Now these are the two cymbidiums, and these are outside, and they've been outside a while. And down there, I don't know whether you can see down there with it'll focus. Come on, will you focus? There we go. There. Now that's either a new growth or a flower coming. And I've got one here somewhere, can you see? Just tucked in there. So keeping my fingers crossed that they're still outside, and they'll stay outside. Well, I did bring them in when it went down to 4C the other night, but otherwise they stay outside until it's definitely going to be frosty. See, this one's going over rapidly, and you'll see the difference here. Now these were just bedding begonias, and what a gorgeous, fantastic display we had. But as you can see now, they've gone over. But the actual, there we go, the actual begonias that came as tubers, you see they're still going very strong, and they'll stay out here, like I say, until the first frosts, and then we'll have to bring them in, let them dry off, and keep them for over the winter. The background noise is children. They've just been picked up from school, and they're all excited to get home. And that's one of the big ferns. Look at that already. That's changing now. The pots are empty there. We've got spring bulbs which we will need to fill. And if we take you around this area now, and this is the area that we cleared, and we planted some with some spring bulbs in here. We've got pots here in which to put tulips and everything, and if I take you through the archway now, and here, this is when you come into the south facing, and it's absolutely lovely. It's still very, very warm, and you might see that we've got some, there we go, can you see them, little cyclamens there, got them potted all over the garden. There's one here as well, all in different colours. There we are. We've jotted them all about. This is that lovely big standard rose. If I turn this way round, and then I won't be in my own shadow. Now this never normally gives us a second flush, especially this late in the season, but we're getting a beautiful second flush with that one. Now I'm just going to step onto the gravel, so bear with me, and hopefully I won't get in my own shadow. And here we've tidied up, we've got sweet williams, we've got wallflowers, we've got cyclamen, and there's bulbs and everything to come out here for the winter. Let's take you through over to that one, and this is the part of the front garden that I've got the fuchsias. That's an evergreen fuchsia. I think the only thing that's really suffered this time is this azalea, which is a shame because this is quite a nice one. But the magnolia we moved there, that's still doing very well. And then I can gently back up. You'll see where the autumn colours come on now. This is the standard lilac. That's got its autumn colours. This is a nice big spike on that yucca. Look at that. An absolute beautiful. Because we had 5 before. And we've been blessed with another nice big spike. And There we go, that's one of the pots with the geraniums in. Those will have to come in, they won't survive our winters. But we've got different cyclamen in there, different coloured ones. And considering we had such an horrific hot summer, we're doing very, very well. This is that azalea that we managed to save. That's got its autumn colours and that'll shed its leaves very soon. And as you can see round here, we've got grasses, we've got cyclamens in, and then there, can you see? That's the sedum there. I'll take you out this way, and then take you back round. That just gives you an idea that everything's picked up nicely. And I'm going to be in my own shadow now, unfortunately. These are still some of the geraniums still hanging on, and we've put little cyclamens inside there. See, that's the other rose, the other standard one at the front, but that's closing down now for autumn. And this is our big one here, the big yellow one, and that's got its second flush of roses. So we've still got things in the front here. You see that? That's a herb, I think that's borage. And look at that, that's given us a second flush. And these are the antirrhinums, which have taken until now to actually flower. Got lots of them coming. Just shows you how that hot summer weather really affected them. Just tucked underneath there. And then as we go back under the archway, there we go. We'll walk back through. And I'll take you down this path. You wouldn't have thought that, would you? Keith trimmed this. That's the lavender. And we've got one that's still managed to flower now. That's another fern. There we go. These are just in this wall bracket here. The alyssum still smells quite lovely. Take you back this way, and of course these are the auriculas now, they're going over now. And you see, time to close down for the winter months. And if I pan you around this way, we're back where we started. This bed's been cleared now. We've just got the box here, and I think these are little lavateras that are left, and these are the cyclamen. So now whether it'll allow me to take you into there and back up for you. Excuse the noise, I do apologise. Say it's home time now for the schools, and we're back into this corner now. And this, of course, is my little plotting bench. And there's the water butt. So thank you for joining me. There won't be many of these autumnal garden tours now. I mean, you probably think, oh, there's such beautiful flowers, but once we get the real turn into what we call our winter weather, everything will close down. But it's nice to just capture that moment, and thank you for joining me. Take care. Bye bye now.